Everyone says the gold standard of wedges is a Vokey, a Titleist Vokey, and this year in 2024, an SM10. But possibly until now, there hasn't been a serious competitor at a cheaper price. Well, today, we're gonna be testing the new wedge from Vice Golf. And this is a 56 degree. Now look at that. Look how good that looks. I quite like this detailing in here, by the way. Very nice back look. It's got that full face, I guess what we call in the industry a high toe look. And they're calling it the VGW01. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I love about this wedge, what I hate about this wedge, and whether it actually is better than the gold standard. Now to do that, we're gonna test it from a variety of scenarios, just where if you bought this, you would want to know how it performs. We've also got a flag cam set up so you can see how much spin or no spin this golf ball is getting. One really cool thing with this wedge is you can choose a custom paint job. Now let's just look at this club in detail. Firstly, the grooves. What you can sort of see here is sort of a rougher material on the face in and around these grooves. I like them, they feel deep, they feel sharp. Now you could say that with any wedge, but I like the inner grooves on the grooves. Like, it's almost like a bit of sandpaper you can see there. Sole of this club, again, looks nice and appealing. A little bit of a grounded out area here. You can choose different bounces. And then as I said before, you've got this back of the club right here, which you can customize slightly, like choose the coloring, which is something I guess Titleist don't really offer apart from on their wedge work system. Being able to customize it is pretty nice. It is also worth noting the sole of this club, as I said, is what they're classing as a versatile sole, and it is fully forged and made with carbon steel. So straight away, in terms of looks, in terms of materials, in terms of overalls right here, it's up there with the gold standard. I like the look of it. I really do. The shaping right here is very appealing to me. It's sort of a gradual rise. It's like a half high toe finish. Looks really quite nice and forgiving. And for somebody like me who finds the toe, it is, well, pleasing to see there's more grooves there. Now let's talk price point. The Vokeys are around about £170 in the UK, and these are a fraction of the price. Around £139.99. So let's just say quick maths, 40, 50, 60, 70, £30 difference roughly, depending on where you buy them, which is really quite interesting, isn't it? Really quite interesting. Now you know the price, now you know the technology. Let's see how this performs from 4 key scenarios. Firstly, a bog standard chip out the fairway, a pitch shot out the rough, and then out the bunker. I'll be honest, right? This feels really soft, just like clipping a few away like that off the face. And that whole look down behind the golf ball is really appealing, you know. As I was saying before, that toe area is nice. Okay, so we're on some tight fairway right here. So let's see how this performs with the flag cam set up there. So why is Vokey the gold standard? Well, I guess because we all think it spins a lot. It's got the backing of top tour players. Right, so if this starts spinning a lot, this is gonna be quite interesting. Bog standard chip, we've got 56 degrees. I wouldn't tend to use this club here, but what I'm bothered about is trying it off this tight lie. Okay, here we go. First ball away with the Vice. Oh, that felt soft. Ooh, it didn't spin as much as I thought. Maybe it was a little bit off the toe. Let's try that again. I thought it felt quite soft, that. Didn't get the spin that I thought. That was better. Okay. That had some nice check on it. You definitely would have seen that. I guess it does help when you sort of find it more towards the middle. Now, even though I actually hit the first one like around here, the result was still okay. Sounds nice, doesn't it? It really, I tell you what I'm enjoying is that this is a tight lie right here, but I feel confident in that. I feel confident that the sole is doing a bit of wonders there. Okay, that had some bite on it. I overpitched it. Ooh, you can see a bit of ball on the face. And you know, anytime you see a bit of ball on the face, you know those grooves are super strong and super sharp. So, okay, I hit 2 of them a little bit long, but how they reacted was quite pleasing. So let's now hit some shots out of the rough. Now, I'll be honest with you, this rough at Mottram Hall right now is tough. the ball, look at this, right? It sits right down at the root. So the first one, I overhit a little bit. Yes, we hit the flag though, so it ended up okay. The next shot I was really happy with. The feedback I can give you right here is the turf interaction. I said this when it was out of the fairway on the tight lie, but equally, now at the rough, it does feel like it glides through the rough nicely. It also, again, I'll reiterate this, it feels soft off the face. Now the final shot. This was a little under hit, but you know what? Again, think about how tough this lie is. It's sat right down. So anytime I get it inside 10 feet like these shots right here, I am actually really quite happy. So feedback right now is performing, I'm gonna say, right up there with the gold standard. Now let me know what you think. Do you prefer the look of it at this price point? Would you go, you know what, this is pretty good, I could use this? Okay, so there's still a few stones to, I guess, turn over. Is that the right expression? Let me know, I'm probably butchering that. Let's go at some pitch shots. Again, watch the spin on the green. The flag cam, Alex, you get this right. Watch the spin on the flag cam. Now this is not a super tight lie, so this is gonna be seriously interesting how this performs. We're roughly around the 50-yard mark, and in this test, I just don't want to leave any stone unturned. So we've got here and the bunker shots to hit. Right now, in my opinion, this wedge is up there. Okay, this has to be slightly up the right side. Test it. I hit that good, a little bit pushy, but it should kick round. I tell you what, it was a bit right, but I was super pleased how that stopped. Again, my feedback is, it really does feel like it glides through the turf. The thing I would say is, I really feel I can hit the turf, which when I'm coaching students, I'm like, come on, you've got to learn to love the turf. And it feels like you can do that. I'm a bit disappointed in the direction there, but that's more me. But I am impressed with how quick it stopped. Let's replay that again. You can really see actually within, I'm gonna say from my perspective, around 8 feet, that stopped. That was it really nice as well. Whoa, go round. Lovely, lovely. I am enjoying this, I am. I'm gonna say it right now. Actually, let me hit this one first. Here we go, final one. A little bit heavy, but that's interesting. Let's see how this stops. For a heavy shot, that has a little bit of spin on it. But overall, you know what? Looking at that in terms of how quick they stopped, the two that I hit really well, pretty good. Pretty good. Again, that wasn't like a tight fairway lie, but it felt very good through the turf. What do you think of the ball flight? Let's replay all them landing. The last one, don't forget, I hit a little bit on the heavy side, but still very good control. Like 2 pin high and two within sort of 10 to 15 feet, 50 yards. If you made that your average, and that's pretty good. So that's where they all finished. Shot 1, shot 2, shot 3. I've just been inspecting this wedge walking down, and you can sort of just see, look at this here, you can sort of just see bits of ball here, this bit of white on the face. And you know what, Alex, you found the middle, pal. You found the middle. Okay, so that's a good positive sign, isn't it? Means the grooves are sharp, means the ball's gonna react well. If you've got a good tight lie, there's definitely a little bit of white in there, which is interesting. Okay, bunker shot. So I was gonna say, before I got really excited about hitting that final wedge shot, I could game this, I really could. The weight, the feel, the sound, the look, how it interacts with the turf, it's pleasing. Just need to try these first though. So I'm gonna hit some bunker shots from in here to the flag right here. You're gonna see how they react once they hit the green from that flag cam. Okay, 3 balls away. I like when you open it up, but I like, it's just it sort of gets a little quite inviting. Like, have a look at this from player cam. What I like is the sort of, again, I mentioned this sort of gradual rise of the toe at the start. This is nice. Now, again, I don't think I've ever seen a Vokey with a high toe finish like this. So again, the customizations, the fact that we got a high toe, I really do think this could be up there with a gold standard club right here. Slightly overpitched. I thought that would stop quicker. It's a good shot. I thought that would stop quicker. Let's hit one again. Oh yeah, that's gonna stop really quick. Oh, that was hit better. That was hit better. That stopped so quick. I put a bit more speed into that, I'm not gonna lie. The first one was a little bit tentative. I've never hit a bunker shot with this club before. So you've got to leave me a bit of slack. Let's see if we can get a bit more spin on this one again. They stopped so quick. They stopped quick. I know I overpitched them, but I'm interested in how the ball's reacting when it hits the deck. Now, I said at the start of the video I'd tell you exactly what I like about this wedge, and I think I've done that. So we'll talk, is it a good gold standard competitor? But here's a few things that I don't like. Firstly, yes, I know you might look at it and go, that sort of brushed, sort of steel look, you like the appeal of that. And yes, there is a sort of duller look to the face. But for me, I love the look of a raw or even like a black coloured wedge. Vokey offers that, this doesn't. So one of the downsides is, I would say, yes, you can customize the back, but you can't get that sort of raw, duller look to the overall wedge. And then therefore, for me, it doesn't look as appealing in that sense. I want to reiterate, you don't get any glare off the face. Okay, so there you go. You know now what I don't like, you know now what I do like, but I have to be honest. In terms of performance, if this was an unbranded wedge, I wouldn't know any difference. I would say, yeah, you know what? This is right up there with the gold standard that we put up there in terms of wedges, which is a Vokey Titleist wedge. So, begs the question, would you game it? What did you think of it? Let me know down below in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this review.